Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently in line to be the next leader of the Byzantine Empire. And that's all well and good, but this guy's gotta go first. Now he's older than we are, he's in poor health, he's got stress level 2. We, however, are flagellant and infirm, and that's not great. That's not great at all. So hopefully we don't die, but if we do, we'll just have to get to work on getting our heir into that position. Speaking of our heir, he is currently in poor health. He's wounded and has consumption. Buddy. We can use a hook on him. There we go. So he's back in our court now. And hopefully we'll be able to do a treatment on him. That would be ideal. But for now, what we need to do is we need to get this guy slandered. So that'll be done momentarily. Rude, this guy opposed our candidacy. Okay, so now we're going to execute this scheme. Done. Okay, so I don't suppose we can do anything about our liege. No, not for another 4 years. I don't think either of us are going to last 4 years, to be honest. So the real question is, who ends first? Well, we could depose, or we could... Is it not an option for the top level liege? Because forced to step down is an option when they're a governor, but I guess that's not an option for the top level liege. What about declaring us co-emperor? Well, he's currently sharing power and he's currently at war. So that's not an option, although that would be a funny thing. We've been passed for the Byzantine Empire now, so we need to take a look at that. What do we got going on here? The answer is this guy. Okay. This guy's a jerk, and there's not a lot we can do about it other than just boost ourselves up. So we could influence our own candidacy, but this isn't going to actually do anything. We could harm his candidacy. Or we could just try to spend some money and get somebody who is within the realm, ideally. Get somebody to back us. Would you back us? No. Okay. What about this guy? No. The other thing that we can do is we could just start working on our heir. So that's definitely an interesting option. Our player heir and grandson here, we could start working him up instead. If we die, we lose our... We lose our influence. So I think that's going to definitely be something that we want to do. So we'll just continue to boost this guy up. And what is his current score? Oh, where is he in here? Here he is. Okay. So he's currently, his governor efficiency isn't great, but that's understood. Powerful family rating and investments plus 300. Okay. So that's fine for now, but we're also concerned about these duchies, right? So I would definitely like to influence candidacy of our son here in Shamar. It would cost us 173, or we could just go after this guy instead. Or we could just say, you know what? Our heir can put it back together when he succeeds. That's a theoretical option as well. So there's a number of these that we would be losing on succession, and that's not amazing. So we should probably be thinking about this. These guys are actually quite high up. They've invested pretty heavily. Okay. What if we just made him... No, that would make him independent. We would only do that if we knew we were about to die. Yeah, that would definitely be a thing. So at this point, what we want to do is we want to get this guy top for all of these. So we can start a slander on this guy. That'll be fine. And this is going to go very, very quickly. So this is okay. Not you, but instead you. Excellent. As far as a socialite goes, this guy would do fine. Bureaucrat, yep. And a courtesan. Okay, perfect. So that'll be absolutely wonderful. We'll get that slander done. And then we've got this guy here. He's 62 and in poor health. So that's probably less of a big deal. So that's fine, but we do need to go through a bunch of these, right? So we're good here. Here we should influence candidacy and do... I would... Province of Homes, not Calabria. There we go. This makes a lot more sense. We'll just bump him up to the top. So that's fine. We're going to be low on our influence, but we can definitely then start shopping around a little bit. So I'm thinking about, like, up over here, perhaps. So I'd like him to support us for the Byzantine Empire. And he would do it. Perfect. So let's see how much he gives us. 20. Excellent. So that looks perfect. We are now back in line here. This guy is probably going to find somebody to invest in him, but this is okay for the moment. So that looks good. And we've got enough now to find someone else to invest in us. So what about, like, this guy? What are you thinking, buddy? No. Okay. What about this guy? He would actually accept. So that looks good. We're going to go then for the Byzantine Empire. We'll request appointment support there. And he gave us plus 20 as well. So that doesn't really solidify our position here, but it puts us in a slightly better place. Emphasis on slightly. A new governance issue. Ooh, that's good. Where is this? Up over here. That's a ways away, but we'll take this governance issue. Excellent. And this looks fine. No danger whatsoever, so let's do it. And off we go. So now the question, of course, is when is our liege going to die? We are currently dying, so, you know, that's not great. But it's not surprising either. So let's make our way up over here. We're probably going to die very soon. It was very unfortunate when we got when we got old age, or not old age, when we got infirm. That was very, very unfortunate. So we'll put a new chancellor in here, and we're more concerned about our personal successions right now than anything else. Okay, herding insights is fine, I guess. We do have an available perk here. It's definitely not ideal. Okay, so we've arrived, and 51% or 75%? We'll take the 75% chance. Excellent. 120. So with that, we can now take a look here. So this is quite a ways away. This is fine for now. Fine. Here we can influence the candidacy, and this will cost 176. Okay. Here, this will cost 258. So we're going to need to find someone else to support that. Okay. So I want to go over to our brother over, or actually our son over here. And I want to request appointment support for our heir, which is our grandson. And this is going to be on the province of one of these. Lebanon. Sure. Done. So he'll support that. Excellent. And let's go ahead and execute this scheme. There we go. So that looks good. Now, as far as this goes, this is going very, very slowly. We're not surprised by that, necessarily. So we're on our way back here, and at this point, Antioch is a significant problem. Lebanon should come under our control here soon. Sure, this is fine. Okay. We have a new player heir, huh? Actually, 99% chance of being invigorated. We'll take that. Okay. So we have a new player heir, which is, you know, awkward. So that means pretty much that he passed here. Okay. It's actually reasonably fine. We could swap over to him. But it's only by 1. So let's change him over to this guy for now. And this should be for the province of Palestine. And there we go. So he's now in line for Palestine. That looks good. But is he no longer... Okay, he is still our player. Okay. So we're going to have to definitely do some work there. We're no longer dying with that health boost, but it's going to be soon. It's going to be soon. Okay, so I want to check in on the state of the Byzantine Empire here. Noted. Yeah, that's definitely noted. So we'll arrive back here, and we need to get our succession under control here. Okay, so we've arrived home. Excellent. So at this point, our liege's regent changed. I don't suppose we could get him to appoint us regent. I would really like him to be co-emperor. But for right now, that's not going to be a thing. So what we need at this moment is we need to make sure that our succession is secure. So this is a long ways away. Antioch, we have a lot of work on. We might not be able to get Antioch. Shamar, we're not very far away here. This would be 168 influence. Actually, can we ask our liege to request appointment support for ourselves? For the Byzantine Empire? He wouldn't do it right now. Okay. Because he is his liege's relative. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little awkward. And he can't weigh in on any of these. Okay. So that's noted. So to that end, we're definitely going to need to throw some resources at this. So that's fine. We can sell trivial titles, which we're absolutely going to do, and we should hold a feast, if we can. Cannot be hosted for another 3 years. Okay. This scheme is going to gain 2 advantages. Done. Okay, true and loyal vassal. So that gave us a bunch of gold. So what I want to do now is I want to go over to this guy, requesting appointment support for our player heir, who is still in poor health. Honestly, maybe we should just go for this guy. Okay. Go for the province. He wouldn't actually support for the province of Palestine. Okay. So in that case, let's go ahead and influence this guy. The stats are better here. Not the province of Calabria. Province of Palestine, please. Okay. So we can't do this just yet. Grandson losing Palmyra. Yeah, we need to get that under control. Can we designate an heir to be this guy? Let's see. Is there a designate heir option? Not currently, I guess. Okay. So that's fine. We're just waiting for additional influence to come in at this point. We need to... Okay, there's a construction finishing. Good. What we need right now is we just need to get people willing to do appointment support here. So we need to get not this guy. Request appointment support of this guy to the province of Palestine. 12 reasons? Okay. Maybe this lady would do it. Wait, we can subsume governorships at this point. Excellent. That's good to know. We'll definitely do that in the next life if we lose any of these. But for now, what we need to do is we need to be trying to get our heir to be this guy. Province of Palestine. This is what we're interested in right now. I'm sure I passed it. Yeah, here it is. Perfect. Do it. Okay. So that's plus 20, and we get another 900 gold here. Excellent. Okay, so back down over here, we can see that this guy is currently at 332. Not Calabria. I want this to be Palestine. Okay, so let's bump him up. He is now our heir. Okay, so that looks perfect. And here in Shamar, he is not in the top 4. So we'd like our player heir and grandson to be in the top 4 here for sure. We need to move this up. We'll need to get some support there. Okay, here we've got this guy, right? He's at 62. It would cost us 311 to move him up. He's good here. He's good here. He's good here. Here he needs a little bit of work. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem. But we'll see how much longer we stay alive. Now that we're no longer actively dying, it might be okay. I want to check in on the Emperor here. He's still in poor health, so we could definitely work on bringing ourselves up there. I'd still love to get this guy to support us. There's no way, right? Minus 151. Yeah, that's not going to be a thing. But we can go over to our half-sister over here and request appointment support for the Byzantine Empire. There we go. And then we can go over to our son and request appointment support here as well for the Byzantine Empire. That'll boost us up some. And can we expand our power base? Not currently. Okay, what about here? Okay, we're at the maximum investment capacity. Sounds good. So we just inherited the Magistracy of Tripoli. That's plus 10 there. So we don't want to hold this. We're going to grant this right on out. Perfect. Okay, and plus 20. So that puts us at plus 30 there, and we need another 50. So that's understood. We're going to need to spend more gold on this. So let's see about this guy. There's no way, right? I want to be ourselves as the candidate. There it is. Okay. So he'll actually support us. Beautiful. Let's see how much that gets us. Plus 20. Okay, so we need another 30. So we'll see if this guy will support us. Not for Samara, but what about for the Byzantine Empire? Minus 40. Okay, so that's a negative. What about this guy? He'll probably not be willing to support us, is my guess. Actually, he might be. Yeah, he'll do it. Beautiful. Let's see where that puts us. Plus 10? Okay. So as we can see here, we're at 1075. We can work on slandering this guy, which I think we should do. So we'll grab a sycophant and an intermediary and a socialite and a bureaucrat and a courtesan. Perfect. So we'll get that all going, and then we'll still need to find support from a couple more people. So let's see about this guy. He wouldn't accept for Samara. I don't think he would for the Byzantine Empire either. Yeah, that's even further. So this is our son. And what about this guy? What's he thinking? Minus 10. Minus 35. Okay. So that's a negative there. I guess they don't want 900 gold. I mean, this is a lot of gold that we're throwing around. But yeah, they're not into it. So let's see about this guy here. What would you be willing to do? Because we still need a little bit more support here. He might be willing to do it. Nope. Okay. Let's check in with, like, people down over here. One of these will likely want to do this. Nope, 57 reasons. Okay, what about this guy? I wish there was a little bit of a quicker way to do this. But this guy might be willing to. 31 reasons not to. Sad. Okay, what about you? I do wish there was a quicker way to do this. That would be nice. 72 reasons. Okay, this guy is not very happy. What about Crete? This guy has actually got a pretty decent opinion of us. Plus 40. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, he'll probably be willing to do this. Oh, 0 reasons. Rude. Let's see about Cyprus. So this would be request appointment support here. He's at +5. And this would be specifically for the Byzantine Empire. And the candidate is going to be us. 98 reasons. Well, we'll find somebody eventually. That's for sure. 61 reasons. Okay, that's not going to be a thing. 1 reason for Samara. Let's see about the Byzantine Empire. 24 reasons. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so these guys are not particularly supportive of us, and that's not terribly surprising. Yeah, 65 reasons. Well, let's just let this go for now. And we could actually... we could overthrow this guy. Done. Who's into this? So, our wife and Duchess, 30 days. That seems okay. And then for another footpad, 21 days. That would be phase durations of like 38 days. I would much prefer to get somebody up here, but they would both refuse. So let's just bring this guy in for now. As far as the secrecy goes, 23 is okay. And 21 seems decent. And then 18. These aren't fantastic, but it's good enough. Okay. Let's do it. So we've got a lot of scheming happening here, that's for sure. And we're going to finish up this slander very, very soon. So with that in mind, let's see, a game sighting, sure. That's probably going to drop him down once we're done with this. Okay. Funnily enough, they haven't been slandering us at all. But okay. We're also making good progress on this murder scheme. So that's looking good. Okay, we're at 88% here. 94. And 95. Okay, so we're going to execute this scheme. There we go. Successfully slandered. And that didn't actually change anything. So he was already slandered. I guess it doesn't stack. That's good to know. Okay. Well, that's very sad, but it's not the end of the world. So we can influence his candidacy and drop his score by 50 by spending influence that way. But I think we're going to be better off just trying to find somebody who will support us. So we'll request appointment support from this guy, see if he's willing to do it. And let's see here. This is us. There's no way. He's not going to do it. This guy might. He's at plus 65 opinion. So let's see what we've got here. Yeah. So this is going to be a thing. We'll go for the Byzantine Empire. There we go. Plus 20. Excellent. We'll still need more. So let's see. This is our half-sister here. And we can request this again. Where's the Byzantine Empire in this? Here it is. There we go. Cool. So we're now next in line. That's probably not going to last a terribly long time. We need to keep in mind that this guy probably gets a boost from being regent, right? Regent scales of power plus 6. That's not a lot. Okay, noted. A secret multi-language code. Ooh. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, he is no longer power sharing. Interesting. So, I kind of want to send this guy a gift. You gain 32 opinion. And then I want to start swaying him. Okay. So that looks fine for now. And we're definitely going to do this soon. Where is he in this succession? He's number 3? Okay. So we'd like to get rid of this guy, but for now, this is okay. So we're 90% here. Extort subjects, done. That looks good. Why take a little when we can take a lot? So that war is going to be over shortly. Okay. The war is over, and we need to execute this scheme. Done. Excellent. So, people are going to be unhappy about it because they found out that it was me. But that's fine. It was not actually the Emperor, I don't think. So that looks good. And war was instantly declared on our liege. Okay. So we can't do the co-emperor while he's at war. I was going to ask him to do that, but unfortunately, that's not going to be a thing. We gained a bunch of rivals, which is, you know, hilarious. But I want to check in on the status of the Byzantines at this point. Yeah, so this guy is a big issue. No doubt about that. Okay. He's no longer the regent, so that is useful, at least. We could undermine his governance, but that seems just kind of petty at this point. Although we could force to step down. That's potentially interesting, although 87% chance for 300 influence, 100% chance for 2250 gold, and 300 influence. Now, this is just Euphrates. I don't want to actually do it, but that's interesting. Okay. So with that in mind, we're now losing the Byzantine Empire. No shockers there. So if we go in here, we can see, yep, this guy passed us due to additional investments. And that is reasonably expected. So we could go over to, like, this guy, and he would probably do this. Yeah, he would do it. So that looks good. We would go for the Byzantine Empire here and request appointment support. And then we'd see about maybe our son again. He'd probably do it as well. Right, this is not Samara. I don't want to do Samara here. I want to do the Byzantine Empire, and there we go. So that's plus 10. And then an additional plus 10. Which wasn't enough. And now we're dying again. So, I mean, that's not terribly shocking. So, yeah, we're not super close there. So that's understood. It's going to take some time to get us up there with our next heir. This timing could be really, really bad, theoretically. Okay. Well, let's just see about getting some more of this money thrown at this. It's probably wasted because we're probably going to die before Theodotos at this point. Okay, so that's plus 20, and we are now back up on top. I really wish this war wasn't going on right now. Defending against... Really? Okay. This is a war against tyranny. Well, that's awkward. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're probably going to die, and I don't think we're going to outlive Emperor Theodotos. It's very unfortunate that we got that infirm. We probably would have outlived him without that, but he's also got a lot of bonuses there. Speaking of which, we should probably... I tend to ignore this. We should check through here to see if there's any of these that gain us any health. That's definitely something that we should do. I don't think there is, though. Let's see. Prestige, renown. Yeah. I mean, sure, we can equip it. So that's all fine, but it doesn't really help us all that much. I was hoping that we would boost up our health a little bit, at least. But alas, that is not the case. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put that cut in here, and next episode, we'll see if we outlive Theodotos. I highly doubt it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Also, I'm just kind of setting up a slight murder scheme on the guy who's been trying to pass us. It probably won't happen, but we can try.